Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So, earlier today, I came across a very disturbing story, and I just wanted to take some time and briefly talk about this situation. So, back in November, a young man by the name of Ben Keita was missing. He was reported missing, and then in January, the police recovered his body. They found him hanging from a tree. Now, the medical examiner originally ruled the homicide as suicide, but then the family raised serious questions, and the medical examiner reconsidered that original ruling and has found that it's unknown the circumstances of his death. Like, they don't know if it was a homicide, if it was a suicide. And there's some serious questions about this. The family raised concerns because, first of all, this young man was a happy kid, a happy young man. He didn't have any history of mental illness, he didn't have any history of depression. And also, the circumstances of his death, his body was found hanging over 50 feet high, which makes it highly unlikely that he committed suicide. And then, according to the news reports that I heard and read, they said that the knot and the noose was unusual. So that raises questions. And then they also pointed out how they had search dogs look in that area weeks before, like at least 2 weeks before, and they did not recover a body at that time. So if his body was in that area, they would have found it. So this raises a lot of questions. And I remember not too long ago, there was another case in North Carolina where a young man was found hanging from a tree under similar type of suspicious circumstances. And the family is calling on the FBI to conduct an investigation. The FBI said that they're going to do a review of the situation. And I hope that they do a serious and thorough review of the situation and investigate it, because this is odd. This is completely strange. And it looks like it's possible that this could be a lynching, a modern day actual lynching of a black man, especially under the circumstances in which we live, a country where there's intolerance towards Muslims, a country where hate groups are on the rise. This is very serious. And I hope that people put pressure on the FBI to conduct a thorough investigation and not just sweep this under the rug. And, I'm glad that the group CARE is really advocating for the family. Like, you hear people say, well, these other groups of um, people don't advocate for African Americans. Well, here, CARE is a Muslim organization, but, right in that area, many of the people who are at the forefront of CARE are Middle Eastern or Asian Muslims. So, that rebuts this whole thing about other groups not being concerned about the plight of African Americans. But I'm just glad that this group is advocating for them, for that family. And I hope that other groups join in that advocacy, join in that effort to bring about justice in that situation. Peace.